Thanks so much for joining us. Congress needs to make a deal to avoid a federal government shutdown next weekend. But at this point, some lawmakers say a shutdown could be inevitable. And it's led to new tensions between the House Speaker and some Republicans in his caucus, including a representative from Indiana. We'll have more on that momentarily. But first, Washington correspondent Raquel Martin has a recap from the nation's capital.
House Republicans have less than 10 days to figure this out.
Pressure is mounting on Speaker Kevin McCarthy to unite his party behind a plan to avoid a government shutdown.
This is not a serious way to solve the crisis.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is urging McCarthy to work with Democrats. Tuesday, hard-right members of the Freedom Caucus sank a short-term spending plan brokered within their own party.
If you haven't learned anything about me yet, I will never quit.
Wednesday morning, Speaker McCarthy insisted his members are making progress on a deal.
It's not September 30th. The game is not over.
But right now, conservative holdouts are showing no signs of backing down and are threatening to push the speaker out of his job.
Is out of compliance with the power sharing agreement with House conservatives.
Do you believe the government is going to shut down?
Yes, and it's Kevin McCarthy's fault.
Senate Republicans say a shutdown won't solve anything.
It doesn't actually save money. It actually costs more money because of the disruption.
But Senator John Cornyn blames Schumer for provoking the crisis by failing to pass spending bills in the Senate.
Should be obvious to everybody that the majority leader has decided to run out the clock.
Schumer is vowing to get the Senate back on track. But Cornyn says passing all 12 bills through the Senate, the House, and onto the president's desk before deadline.
It's impossible.
In Washington, Raquel Martin.
Raquel, thanks. Indiana Congresswoman Victoria Spartz has been at the center of this fight among that group of House Republicans who've been critical of Speaker McCarthy throughout the process. After Spartz called McCarthy a weak speaker, he responded saying, quote, "One thing I learned in life is anybody who criticizes you has never worked harder than you." He said if Victoria is concerned about fighting stronger, I wish she would run again and not quit. I mean, I'm not quitting, he said. I'm going to continue working for the American public. The speaker referencing Spartz's decision not to run for re-election. Well, this week, in an interview with News Nation, she at least implied that she might reconsider that decision.
Well, his wishes might come true. I'm not sure if he really wishes that. But, I'll be honest with you, I do need to regroup, because I think my party is failing the people. But maybe this fight needs to be won here, and I have to decide, because I feel if we are not going to save this republic, there is no one else who's going to be stand up for the people. And DC became so corrupt that everyone is afraid. And we should not be afraid, because we have too many people died for our freedoms, and I mean it. I have enormous appreciation for this country. I came from dictatorship. It breaks my heart. We have to fight the same battles now, but Republicans are not willing to stand up. It's sad, but I think we cannot give up. We cannot give in. We have to regroup. And, I'm not quitting. I'm not going to quit to fight for our country. I just need to decide where the battle has to be fought. And unfortunately, with this leadership, I don't think we can win unless we make some changes. Speaker McCarthy failed us already 3 times on spending. He didn't deal effectively with our debt ceiling deal. We haven't had really reforms. We're still increasing amount of unauthorized spending. We can worry about all of these agencies, but if we keep giving money to DOJ and FBI, and not really put their feet to the fire, they don't care about our letters we sent, or 5-minute, bombastic speeches that we're going to do in committees. And then he's failing again. We're looking at the end of September, and we couldn't pass appropriations deal, and he promised a lot of conservatives to start from 2022 number, and he even haven't tried. So he's failing again. I think it might cost his job, because at some point, you have to keep your promises. And if you're not willing to fight for we the people, maybe we have to have someone else trying to fight.
All right, meantime, on the other side of the aisle, Congressman Andre Carson said a government shutdown would affect health care for veterans, nutrition programs, national security, and more. He said we can't let MAGA extremists play games with American families. And he said Speaker McCarthy must act to prevent a shutdown.